This example shows why you should use one single spreadsheet for a year or more of transactions analysis. In this example, you'll see I've set up April, May and June spreadsheets with data on them. That's April, May and June, and a total sheet. So this is the sort of thing I've seen many times. This is the way it's often done. Because for whatever reason, perhaps because they were used to using printed books and starting new pages, people so often default to having a separate spreadsheet for each month's transactions. And here's the practical problem. In this example here we have April and it's fully analysed. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 analysis columns, our suspense column to check the accuracy. And then we come along to June. And remember, of course, there would normally be 12 instances of this. Let's go to May. Now May, something new pops up. May, there are unforeseen transactions. British Telecom and Shell. And they repeat in June. BT and Shell. Now this hasn't been anticipated in our analysis at the end of the year, where very cleverly the totals have been brought forward into this spreadsheet in order to come up with an annual totalisation. So what do? Well, the first thing we've got to go to the May spreadsheet. We create 2 columns here for telephone and petrol. Bear in mind that gas, as they call it in America, bear in mind it's always best to create the new column just before the final column so that the suspense column isn't disturbed. So we're going to create phone and fuel. Let's call it fuel because that covers petrol and gas. Whoever reads it. Now we've got to take the totals across. So now we're going to analyse this. Let's make the columns a bit narrower to fit on the screen. So the British Telecom has the phone of £11 and the fuel goes in there, £23. But if we now go to our totals, we'll see that we've still got a suspense error for May because we haven't created the columns for there. So we've got to do that there now, haven't we? We've got to create, so we can do the quick way, we'll copy the titles. So phone and fuel, and totals there, that's okay. And actually we can do something else quite clever, we can carry the calculations across by filling right. So now we've solved our problem. But we haven't. So now we've got to go back to June and do the same process there as well. Oh, goodness me. We can go back and copy the totals, phone and fuel. Stick them in June. Narrow the columns. See everything right. Oh, so we've got phone again of 1020 and fuel of 5680. Oops, sorry, 5680. See the value of the suspense column immediately there, don't you? Fill this right. And we go back to the totals and we fill it right there. And we fill right there. Right, well, I don't know, I haven't timed how long that took, but here's the process. If you have an all-in-one spreadsheet, this is the same data here, but now we have the 2 columns needed here again. So we put phone, fuel, fill the columns across, and edit them. £11, or dollars if it was American, I suppose, and then 5680. 23, done. I think that example speaks for itself. But by the way, there are ways of producing monthly analysis, which I shall deal with separately, because it might be the case that you wanted a monthly breakdown, and there is an efficient and an inefficient way of doing that. That's the subject of a separate video.